Hello, welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Justice for All. It's me, A. Prustian, and I am still in the trial because apparently I only get one day of this trial, anyways. Uh, but I don't remember exactly what's going on because it's been a few days. So let's try to find our context here. Edgeworth is saying, I really don't want to do this, however, I cannot simply let this point slide. I see. Very well then. Witness, please testify about this secret information. Right. We are getting stuff out of old bag here. Get ready. This is going to take the wind out of you youngins. I'm sure we're all capable of handling this. Really, it's not like we're 10 years old. Phoenix, you don't look so sure. Secret information. That on guard is one evil man. He thought he could ruin poor Juan by causing a huge scandal. So to do that, he sent his own manager to get in close with Juan. I cannot condone such dirty tricks, so I took action. Oh, and this is top secret, you got that? Nobody else but you and me know yet, okay? Old bag. Oh dear. The defendant sent his manager? What a distasteful topic for this court. Is it? What? Nobody's above gossip. And isn't there a saying, the truth is never pleasant? Never heard that one before. Mr. Edgeworth, what about this Adrian Andrews person? We have looked into this matter and found that the truth the article proposes is, in fact, baseless gossip. Should this be true? Now this proves that the defendant did bear ill will towards the victim. I guess. So this means I have to smash this rumor once and for all. Now then, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Careful. The old bag seems rather excited right now. That's right. On guard is nothing but your average foul-blooded youth. Well, as the old saying goes, you've got to burn old bags with fire. Is that the old saying? Time to fire up the afterburners and hit the highway to the danger zone. I just feel like Phoenix is mixing his metaphors here. But that's okay. I suppose he's allowed. Alright, cross-examination. On guard is an evil man. You can't say something like that without proof. That's just slander. But it's true. That woman was getting intimate with poor Juan. Look, it says so right here, doesn't it? Manager to the stars, Ms. A.A. The name of the magazine this came from is Gossip Land. What? Are you saying that gossip is just a pack of lies? Huh, what do you know? I suppose next you'll swear to me that the news is 100% truth. I mean, 100% is probably a little high, but most reputable places do try. Unlike Old Bag. Honestly, Sonny, you can't discriminate between the news and gossip. Yes, discrimination is bad, Mr. Wright. Oh my god, Judge. Discriminate? When did I do anything like that? Anyway, On Guard will never get me to say touche. Sometimes some of these discussions, I'm just like, is this a translation thing? Or is it just the people are weird? I'm not sure. Sometimes I feel like I don't quite get it. Oh well. Ruined poor Juan, causing a huge scandal. A scandal? What do you mean by that? You're a dim-witted one, aren't you? I can't believe you don't know what a scandal is. Honestly, what are they teaching kids in middle school these days? Oh no, I wasn't asking what the word scandal means. Even I know that much. Well, that on guard thought he could own a monopoly on popularity. So to do that, he sent his own manager to get in close with Juan. You don't have any proof that Mr. Ongard did any such thing. You must be suffering from shock. The shock of hearing the truth. And now, since you're in so much shock, you can't do anything right. You're right. I can't do anything. But boy, do I wish I could do something about you. Alright then, Sonny. Show me what you've got. Can you show me proof that Ongard didn't bear any ill will towards Juan? Oh, shit. Can I? I don't know that I can. Ooh, because the Nickel Samurai wants to confess something. That's not the direction we want. I'm still curious about her camera. Who stole her camera? I'm gonna decline the offer to present at this moment. I don't have anything to offer. See? Just as I thought. And you were lecturing me about saying things without proof. You've just given me a free pass to say whatever I want whenever I want, silly boy. Me and my big mouth. That's the way the cookie crumbles. For you, anyway. Yeah, I may have to come back to that. Okay, what was that? That was, he sent his own manager. Okay. I cannot condone such dirty tricks. I took action. So what do you mean by I took action? Like I already told you, I was lying in wait to close the crime scene. Lying in wait close to the crime scene. Once that slimy woman came out of Juan's room, I was going to capture her and teach her a good lesson. Something you youngins need. You were going to teach her a good lesson? I was going to make her eat the damaging beams of my ray gun. Like this. No, stop. Well, it was too bad that woman didn't come through the door that night. Oh, that's interesting. This is top secret. You got that? Yeah, nobody else knows. Just you, me, the courthouse, and the world. Wait. What? I'm a busy woman. Tea time with the kids is over. Secret information that no one else knows yet. If that's true, then how do you know this secret information? That's a good point. Huh? Well, that's because I'm a pro. Yes, that's it. Yeah, we are unconvinced. It's a secret. Even if you drilled a hole into my brain, you'd never find out. How in the world did that old bag get such a secret piece of information? I think she stole or found the camera. I'm gonna press further first, but I think it's the camera, maybe. If you don't be a good girl, oh god. This is not what I was expecting. Good God, Phoenix, do not say this to the old lady. Don't say it to anyone. If you don't be a good girl and tell me where you got the secret information, you won't get to go home today. Edgy Poo, what are you doing? Help me. What do I have to do with this? Just do this for me. You'll get your reward. Oh god. Huh. I don't want your reward, but you don't leave me much of a choice. The witness could have gotten her information from anywhere. It's even possible it was spontaneously made up inside the witness's head. And he lectures me on reckless blabbering. Yeah, that last one's pretty big of a stretch. As long as we don't know where this information came from, it's quite a waste of time to focus on this line of questioning. Where did Old Bag get her inside information? There has to be something I can use to figure it out. Sounds like just another tidbit of gossip, doesn't it? But you can't just ignore it either, and it makes her client look bad either way. Well, I don't think I heard anything really out of the ordinary just now. There has to be something we can catch her on. Yeah, when I find it, I'm gonna press the heck out of it. Okay, so I think I'm gonna try bringing up the camera on this last bit. Okay, let me try presenting evidence here. So no one else is supposed to know this secret information, correct? If that's true, then why do you know it, Ms. Old Bag? Why are you looking at me like that? Stop that! Witness. I hate to say it, but this is how you came to acquire secret info, isn't it? Is it the camera? I mean, it could be the magazine clipping, but the camera's more interesting. The investigative photographer, Lotta Hart. Oh yes, I remember that mischievous girl. She reported that she had lost a certain note she had written to herself. She reported such a thing? On that piece of paper, she had written down some of her outrageous impressions about the relationship between the victim and Ms. Andrews. What? Outrageous ideas, you say? No, I said impressions. Then everything written on this piece of paper is completely meaningless? I was fucking right. Ah, that's it. That's the note. Ah. No, you see, this is something completely different. This is my top secret list of groceries to buy. Oh, lady, nobody's buying that. Then you are the one who took Ms. Hart's note. I'm a huge fan of Juan's, that's why. That infamous puffy-haired whippersnapper. She's working with that evil Engard. She said so herself. Engard, I'm his sidekick. She was so happy, smiling like a silly duck. I was only checking what she had written. Uh-huh. No one is impressed. Edgy Poo, you believe me, don't you? Ugh. I was only trying to help out like the angel I am. It's only one little piece of paper. I've never taken anything else before. You really should come with a supply of cheese to match your vintage wine. Well, it's only a piece of paper. Suppose we can overlook this just this once. She looks like she's really sorry. Should I forgive her? Pile on more pressure! If I let up on her now, she'll get away. I have to find some way to inflict a deafening blow to the prosecution. Let's see if we can. A witness. You said that the only thing you stole was that note. Is this correct? Stole? Why don't you listen more carefully, you annoying brat? I saved this piece of paper from the terrible lonely trash can. That's all. Okay, what about the camera? You're lying, damn it, and I can prove it. Are you putting my credibility under scrutiny again? Ms. Oldbag. I don't believe that the note is the only thing you stole that night. Now, what about the whole fucking camera? Ms. Oldbag. That note was with a camera inside its case, wasn't it? A camera? Yesterday, Lotta Hart was raising a huge stink over her camera. She kept saying something like, my sweetie $1,600 camera disappeared on me. Why? Witness! What is it, Gramps? If you have the note, then it's only logical you have the camera, too. Looks like you found me out again, Sonny. Is this the camera you're looking for? Yes, it is. That's... What? Even though I look like this, I'm still a person, you know. I still eat meals like you. I fall in love and borrow things from people. I think your definition of borrow is a little off. I saw that woman's business card, and that's when I noticed it said, Slimebag Celebrity Photographer Extraordinaire. Well, when I saw that, I had to know what sort of picture she had taken. I'm a professional security guard. It's my business to know these things. It's a bit of a stretch. No one in the audience liked that. Bailiff, check this camera's photos. Hurry. We must examine them at once. Yeah, maybe we'll get something useful. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what do we have? There's only one photo that seems to be relevant to this case. Please present it to the court. Yep, that's somebody in the full Nickel Samurai outfit. Coming out of the flowers side. Where are all the teddy bears? Huh. This is the Nickel Samurai. See, I told you. That's the guy I saw. They look a little short. Right? The hakama are really bunched up around the feet. Could have been Andrews then. If she's shorter than Matt. Which I don't know is the case. See, I told you, that's the guy I saw. This proves that the witness was not lying earlier about this matter. Lotta's photo added to the court record. What does all this mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This photo by itself does not prove that the person in it is the defendant. However, in his own confession, Mr. Ongard clearly stated that at the time of the murder, he was still in his nickel samurai costume. If that is the case, then this nickel samurai is the defendant. Well, awkward. How did it come to this? I think this brings us to the end. We've examined every piece of evidence thoroughly. Shit, have we? Final comments, Mr. Wright? The court will consider them before we close. Do you agree that this photo is decisive evidence against your client? How the hell can I agree with that? If the photo really is decisive, then we're done for. If there is an objective here below it, then I would put Maya's life in jeopardy. I can't make a mistake here. There's only one road out of this mess. This photo that Lotta took, there's got to be something strange with it. There's something strange with this photo. I think it's the lack of bears, honestly. I knew this was coming, right? Your thoughts, Mr. Edgeworth? I think we can all agree there's nothing strange with this photo. There's no way for the defense to debunk this photo, even with a bunker buster. Debunk with a bunker buster? Is that what you're planning to do, Mr. Wright? Metaphorically? Anyways, please look at the photo one more time. If you really believe you can honestly find something wrong with this photo, then you should only need one chance, correct? Yes. Well, I have to find something wrong with the photo. Can't let this chance go by. Where the heck did she take this photo from anyway? That is a great point. I was kind of wondering that. It's a very, avant-garde kind of angle, right? It's all out of focus. Why can't she take a good shot, especially when it counts? Now then, let's hear your objection. What about this photo is strange? I think there's two options. Well, there's a bear, so maybe it's not the bears. Maybe he's in front of the major bear part of it. I honestly think it's the way this is bunched up down here. I would like to direct the court's attention to this one area right here. What are you pointing to? His ankles? If you could see this person's ankles, that would be one thing. However, you can't. And what does that mean? The costume person in this photo could not have been Mr. Ongard. Right? They're too short. What is the meaning of this? I wonder if you would care to elaborate, with actual facts, that is. Let's take a look at the Nickel Samurai's poster. Yeah. Please pay particular attention to the area around the bottom of the hakama. His socks. You can see his socks. Hell yeah, you can. Exactly. However, in this photo, the Nickel Samurai is clearly holding his hakama up just to walk. There's only one explanation for this. The person inside this costume is clearly much shorter than the defendant. Yep. Alright, I think I've turned things around for myself this time. That's curious. Huh? What is? Edgeworth is unusually calm today. Yeah, does he have an explanation for this? That makes me nervous. That's true. He's just letting the trial run itself. as if he's only along for the ride. That's a good point. Along for the ride? What do you mean by that? I can only guess that perhaps he doesn't feel under attack at all. He doesn't feel under attack? Then I haven't damaged his case at all? Mr. Edgeworth, where does this leave us? If the person in this photo is not Matt Onguard, then everything the prosecution has tried to prove has become meaningless. Yeah, what's his rebuttal? I figured it would come to this. What? Right. I have something I want to ask you. I think you have proven that the person inside this costume is not Matt Onguard. In that case, who is this a photo of? Shit. Who is this person wearing the Nickel Samurai costume? Don't stress out over this, Phoenix. It's very simple. What you should be focused on is Edgeworth's attitude, don't you think? Yeah, why is he so calm? Mr. Wright, let's hear your thoughts. Who is the person in this photograph? Honestly, I feel like it's probably Adrian Andrews. She's the only person who would have access to the costume and has reason to go into Juan's room and all that. I don't know. I don't love it, but it is. That's what I'm saying. Adrian Andrews. If you want to know who that Nickel Samurai is, it's none other than this woman. Why would you say it must be Miss Andrews? What in the world points you to her? For starters, she's short. And she can freely move in and out of Mr. Onguard's room. Finally, she had dinner with Mr. Onguard that night. How does that all add up? It means that it makes it very easy for her to get a certain item. A certain knife with Mr. Onguard's fingerprints all over it. The knife that was used as a murder weapon. Why don't you just say what it is you want, Mr. Wright? I have to do this now. This is my last chance to turn things around. The defense moves to indict Ms. Adrian Andrews in the murder of Juan Corrida. It was Ms. Andrews who tried to frame the defendant for the crime. I mean, it seems the most likely, but I'm still not sure that it was, but I don't know who else it would be. Order, order, order! Looks like this trial has hit a most unexpected development. Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor. This court is issuing a subpoena for Ms. Adrian Andrews. A verdict cannot be passed without first hearing her testimony. Alright, this is it. This is kind of bad for us. Huh? What do you mean? If Adrian Andrews is summoned to court as a witness, it means that the trial will go on for another day. One more day? If I don't get a verdict today, then Maya... Now then, we shall set Ms. Andrews' testimony for tomorrow. What am I supposed to do? The judge is about to adjourn the court. I guess we raise an objection? Now then. Please, Your Honor, continue the trial. You must pass a verdict today. Nope, can't do that. We cannot hear Ms. Andrews' testimony if she's not... Somebody said hold it. I abhor wasting such valuable time. Edgeworth? Your Honor, I request that you please continue with today's trial. But... we cannot continue due to this unexpected development. Tisk tisk. Unexpected development. I think you underestimate me, Your Honor. And what do you mean by that? That Mr. Phoenix Wright would slave his way to subpoenaing Miss Andrews is all happening according to plan, even if Wright was a bit slow to catch on. What? 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 What is the meaning of your statement, Mr. Edgeworth? Ms. Adrian Andrews is currently waiting in the prosecution's lobby. She is the next witness. Everything was planned out in advance by that man. Somehow I knew there was no way Edgeworth would overlook Ms. Andrews. It's like this battle is far from over. Exactly. I appreciate that he is using his smarminess for good, because Edgeworth knows about Maya, right? Did we tell him that? I think I tried to bring her up, and he didn't respond. So I don't know if Edgeworth knows or not. I don't know. Okay. Anyways, very well. We will call the next witness. However, before we proceed, we shall take a 10-minute recess. Please prepare your witness in that time, Mr. Edgeworth. The court will now take a 10-minute recess. Okay, here we go. Okay, March 22nd, 2:14 p.m. Defendant lobby number 3. Dude, I can't believe that Adrian... No way! Not cool and collected Adrian Andrews. She's your manager. It would have been very easy for her to pull this off. The only person who had easy access to the knife you used at dinner was, well, her. So after the ceremony during the break, huh? I was sleeping like a log the entire time. See, she could have also easily planted that blood-covered button in your hakama. But how did she get the costume off of him? Because she was the one that came to wake me up? Then, dude, you're saying it really was her? Yes, she's the real killer. She was the one who murdered Juan Carita. But why? I thought she was buds with Juan. She has her own agenda. Her own agenda? What are you talking about? I'm sure you'll see by the time this trial's over. It'll be alright. I'll get you acquitted by the end of today. Give me a verdict that's refreshing like a spring breeze. Okay, Mr. Lawyer Dude? And not one full of pollen, I assume. Phoenix. You think her motive is related to Celeste Impax's missing suicide note, right? Yes. Miss Andrews depended on Ms. Impax as her strength and reason to live. But then Ms. Impax suddenly killed herself. It sounds like she left a suicide note, and the person thought to have hidden it is Juan Carita, the victim of this murder. That's why I think that Ms. Andrews got close to Mr. Carita. All to get the suicide note back. Well, that sounds plausible. But one thing bothers me. What? Who was it that first told us about their relationship? Better stated, Ms. Andrews' dependency issues with regards to Ms. Impax? That came from Edgeworth. It was Edgeworth. Looks like he's still the one in command of this ship. Don't let your guard down yet. Yeah, I feel like there's a chance it's not her. But, again, I don't know who it would be. I don't know how she would have gotten the costume, unless there's more than one costume, which, honestly, there should be. Court will now reconvene. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you please. The prosecution calls the witness subpoenaed by this court. Miss Adrian Andrews, the person who discovered the crime in Mr. Juan Carita's room. Yeah, what is up with the card, too? And that was connected to where Maya was kidnapped, like... So that's connected to the kidnapper. What the heck? What is your occupation? I'm the manager of the defendant in this case, Mr. Matt Ongard. I see. Now then. Before we begin, Your Honor, I have one request. Yes, sure. What is it? I'm sure everyone in this room is wondering the same thing, and would love to find out more about my relationship with the victim. After all, it was the topic of a certain weekly magazine recently. No, I have no idea what you mean. I've never even heard of Gossip Land. Oh, that was not smooth, buddy. If the judge was ever a prosecution witness, he'd do all my work for me. Anyway, I was wondering if you could please tell us about your relation to the victim. Yes, I was seeing Mr. Kurita. I was also aware of the rivalry that existed between Matt and Juan. But this was a private matter between Juan and myself. So it was a fry and bait matter. Was that bait and fry? Reminds me of fishing. What the hell does fry and bait mean? But I didn't kill him. No one is accusing you of that. Parentheses, except Phoenix Wright, end parentheses. I think there's someone who would beg to differ. I think we all understand your relationship with the victim now, Ms. Andrews. Very well then. Witness, please testify to the court about what happened when you discovered the murder that had taken place. When I found the body... It was time for the show to start, so I went to get Matt from his room. After that, I went to Juan's room, and there was his dead body. I was in shock. What I saw was, naturally, the exact same scene as in the crime scene photo. I felt as though I was about to faint, so I poured myself a glass of juice. You poured yourself a glass of juice? Yes. Sadly, I didn't remember not to touch things at the scene of a crime. And I disturbed the crime scene by moving this one thing. And that is when the fingerprints on the wine glass were made, Your Honor. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Phoenix. She's one cool and collected customer, and she has the brains to match. Yes, I know. In order to catch a person like her, you have to avoid head-on confrontations. You should disrupt her pacing. Disrupt her pacing? She's the type of woman who's easily thrown off by things inconsistent with her thinking, so you have to attack when she least expects it. The instant you let up on your offense is the instant this trial is over. Understand? Oh, dear. Alright, cross-examination. When I found the body... Okay, time for the show to start. Went to get Matt from his room. What was Mr. Ongard doing at that time? He was taking a nap. He was worn out from his mini performance as the Nickel Samurai during the ceremony. Mr. Ongard did say he was taking a nap. Then I guess you could say it could not have been taken out of his room, yes? Excuse me? It? Oh, what are you... Right, I thought years of school would have taught you how to construct a sentence. If you can't make a sensible sentence with a subject, then I'll make one for you. Watch. Did you, Ms. Andrews, remove Mr. Ongard's knife from his room? No. Subject, verb, object, right? Did you skip basic grammar? The witness may continue. I love smarmy Edgeworth. It's my favorite Edgeworth. After that, I went to Juan's room. Why did you do that? As a friendly gesture. Juan was about to make an appearance with the other heroes. So the show was supposed to be a show of friendship, huh? I guess let's press further. Is that the only reason? I beg your pardon. What are you implying? Well, you had a certain goal in mind when you started to get close to him, correct? So perhaps you had a more personal matter to discuss with the victim? Sorry, but I didn't have any such intentions in mind at that time. I can't get her to talk without a strong piece of evidence, I guess. May we continue now? Witness, what did you see when you got to his room? His dead body. I was in shock. You were in shock? What? Was I not supposed to be? Miss Andrews is a very calculating person. Despite how close they were, I doubt she had romantic feelings for Mr. Kurita. Anyone randomly stumbling upon a dead body would be in shock. You can't seriously expect that a young beauty like her would not be shocked. So Somehow, I don't think beauty has anything to do with being shocked or not. Right? I see. The judge would probably buy it, though. Saw the same scene as in the crime scene photo. This is the photo you're referring to, correct? Yes, the one with the knife lodged in his chest. And the guitar case was like this too? Yes, it was open and empty, of course. And then, what did you do next, witness? You know, it's interesting because, I guess according to this, Matt Ongard goes into Juan Corrida's room, brutally murders him, goes back to his room, and takes a nap. Like, and there's no blood on his costume. Which I guess makes sense if you strangle somebody first and then just go stab them a little bit. But that doesn't feel like what a murderer would do. Okay, I just went across the hall and took a nap. Like, really? Okay. Poured myself a glass of juice. Juice? Yes, there was a bottle of tomato juice on the table, so I helped myself. But you didn't drink any of it, did you? Huh? There were no lip marks left on the wine glass to suggest that anyone drank from it. I wasn't feeling terribly great, so I set the glass down, without drinking it. Ms. Andrews, I would like to confirm with you one more time. When you discovered the dead body of Juan Corrida, you were in great shock. And that's when you poured yourself the glass of juice, correct? And what of it? My mind really was a complete blank at the time. Your mind was a complete blank. I didn't think that was possible for you. Aren't you rude today? I was so dazed that I made one careless mistake. That one thing. What one thing? Never mind. It's no big deal. What was she starting to say just now? Let's press further. This feels important. Ms. Andrews, I'm convinced that, as you said, you made a mistake at the scene of the crime. What I really want to know is what this mistake was. Huh, actually, so would I. Thanks, Edgeworth. I'm sorry. It's kind of embarrassing. When I set the glass down on the dresser, I accidentally knocked the flower vase over. The flower vase? Are you talking about the one on the floor in the crime photo? This mess of glass shards? That was not knocked over when she got there because there was only water on the top of the case, not inside it. That is a bald-faced lie, Miss Andrews. Now, why did you tell it? It was originally on top of the dresser, but when I bumped into it with my elbow, it fell onto the guitar case. Why did you withhold such an important piece of information? I'm sorry. I thought that since the crime scene was already in disarray, that people would simply assume the vase was just another part of a mess. Looks like yet another fact that has come to light here. Please add this and anything else you have to reveal to your testimony. I'm sorry, but I have nothing more to add. I didn't touch anything else. She must have touched the guitar case. I was the one who knocked the flower vase over, where it fell onto the guitar case. What kind of flower vase was it? It was a glass vase, and it was fairly big and heavy. I thought I would try to take Juan's pulse, so I set the glass I was holding down on the dresser. And that's when my elbow accidentally hit the vase. That's odd. I thought she was always in total control of herself. It's what she would like people to think. Always be mindful of the gap between your perception and reality. It doesn't sound like there's any glaring contradictions in her testimony just now. I warned you earlier she would not crack so easily. The only way to make her to is keep on the offensive and not let up. The only way you're going to catch her with something very strong, or is with some very strong, decisive evidence. I have to find something. I just have to. For Maya's sake. Okay. Let me look at the stuff here. Right, water, but only on the top of the lid. A photo of the scene. I think I'm gonna press her about the guitar case. I mean, this is obviously a lie, but we know that now, so I'm not sure it's worth presenting the crime scene photo. Okay. I'm gonna try presenting here the crime scene photo. I don't know, or the guitar case. Maybe? I don't know if this is the right thing, but we'll go for it. You testified that you knocked the flower vase over. Is this correct? Yes. And are you sure it fell onto the guitar case? Is there some problem with what I said? It's not some problem, it's a major problem. It's true that the top of the guitar case was wet with water. However, that's exactly what's so strange. Ms. Andrews, you testified that the vase fell onto the guitar case. However, if that were true, the case should have gotten wet on the inside, not the outside. Right? Duh? Okay. That's very true. Furthermore, there's one other strange thing about this guitar case. And what is that? It doesn't have a guitar in it? Let's take another look at the crime scene photo. It's open? Right. The remains of the vase are scattered on the floor, but there aren't any in the guitar case. I see it now. What's wrong with that? If the guitar case was open when the vase fell, the glass shard should be inside, not outside the case. Huh. What is your point, Wright? That the case was closed at the time the vase was knocked over? Is that all? No, think back to what Ms. Andrews testified to. She said that other than the vase, she didn't touch anything else. Ugh. Yes, that's right. And she did implicitly say she didn't touch the guitar case. But this whole matter with the guitar case is a dead end. The bright red guitar was found at the studio. Has no bearing on this case at all. What if she thought the suicide note was in it? Ooh. That may very well be. However, the empty guitar case does seem to have no relation to this case, doesn't it? No, I think it does. Come on, Phoenix, pull yourself together. Seems there's no deeper meaning to the guitar case. Well, Mr. Wright? Do you think we need to hear more details? Yes, I'm gonna make her testify. Well, okay, I'm gonna save first. Because I'm sure I'm not, but I'm not that sure. Alright, make her testify. An empty guitar case. I believe this is a crucial piece of the puzzle. I can't believe anyone would reach for straws like this, but it is you. I can't believe I'm doing this either. Let's do it. Alright, I'll follow along, for now. Ms. Andrews, please testify to the court about the guitar case. Yes, Your Honor. The guitar case. I don't remember too clearly because I was a bit dazed. I suppose I must have opened the guitar case after I knocked the vase over. It's not a big deal though, right? The case was empty, after all. As for why I opened the case, even I don't know. Looks like this wasn't really a very important point. This wastefulness is such a familiar feeling by now that it's almost comforting. Anyway, I'll just go ahead and start the cross-examination. Huh. Using any way to change the topic. An convenient escape for a weak man. Oh, sure, Edgeworth. don't remember too clearly. I was a bit dazed. During your testimony just now, did you remember those events clearly in your mind? Well, you see... Are you sure you're the one who opened the guitar case? She's waiting for someone to tell her if she should answer or not. Sounds like her dependent side is taking over. Well, Ms. Andrews? Yes, it was me. Suppose I must have opened the guitar case after I knocked the vase over. So, you opened the guitar case then? Yes. Well, maybe. Why did you open the guitar case? This is the important thing. Huh? Mr. Kurita's dead body was right there in front of you, wasn't it? I would think that the first thing you would do is call for help, not open a guitar case. As the witness has said multiple times, when she found the dead body, she was dazed. Maybe I was curious to know if the bright red guitar was all right or not. I thought maybe the criminal took it. Why would she care about the bright red guitar? But, getting back on topic... It's not a big deal though, right? The case was empty after all. Was it really empty? I was just wondering if maybe when you opened the case... No, not the guitar, the note. How long have you been a lawyer, Mr. Wright? Have a little professionalism. The bright red guitar was found at the studio. These trials would be over in half the time if you would just pay attention. Listen, Edgeworth, I like to press everything because I haven't seen this before. Yes, pay more attention, Mr. Wright. Sorry. As for why I opened the case, even I don't know. This is the one we really want to press. Was that because you were shocked and dazed at discovering the victim's body? Yes, that's probably it. I'm not gonna get anywhere if I continue pressing her like this. The only way to make her talk is with evidence. I guess I should give it a try. Come on, Phoenix, we can't afford to let up on her now. I wasn't planning on letting up, but she's at her weakest now, so this is our chance. Yeah, if we had a weapon to hit her with... I'm sure a weapon is hiding somewhere in the court record, waiting to be found. Yeah, I think it's the suicide note. Let's go grab this. Alright. Right. Was her suicide note hidden? The witness's statement is clear. Oh, shit. Okay, so that's not the right thing. Okay. I felt pretty good about that, so now I'm not sure. Should I do the profile instead of her friend? Damn it. No. Fine. Okay. I had to look this up because, this is the thing I hadn't realized. I've been looking at the water on the case, but it has Kurita's fingerprints. So I was convinced it was about looking for the note, but maybe it's something else is going on. So I'm going to try presenting the guitar case here at I must have opened it. I don't know if this is the right thing or not, but I'm going to try. Oh, this sounds good. There's no way you were the one who opened the guitar case. Why would you say that? It's elementary, my dear. Because the only fingerprints on this guitar case are those of the victim. Ah! What is it, Ms. Andrews? You shouldn't assume that I must have left prints just because I touched the case. There were prints on the glass, the wine glass. What do you mean? What if I were to tell you that I was wearing gloves at the time? Gloves? Why would you be wearing gloves at the time? It was the night of the award ceremony. So of course I dressed up for the occasion. Yes, now I remember. I'm almost sure I was wearing a pair of thin gloves. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, seems the witness was wearing gloves at the scene of the crime. That's strange. You were wearing gloves? Isn't that a little strange? Why is that strange? Do you have something that would prove I was not wearing gloves at the time? Hell yeah, I do. The fucking wine glass. I have your proof right here. This wine glass. The wine glass? You left your fingerprints very clearly on the wine glass. Ah. Even if you took your gloves off when you poured yourself this glass of juice, wouldn't you think it was just a little strange that you put your gloves back on just to open the guitar case? Right? Yes, thank you. Oh, did she break her glasses and have new glasses? I love it. Maybe they just popped off of her in her shock. Looks like you hit the nail on the head this time. What do you mean? I believe that guitar case plays a very important role here. It's just an empty case. I wonder if it really was empty, though. Yeah, I think that's where Juan put the suicide note. Something he'd always have access to that was kind of privately his. But the guitar, the bright red guitar, was at the studio. Phoenix, drop all of your presumptions. What was in the guitar case was not the bright red guitar. You don't mean it was a bright white guitar? Wait, that's not right either. No, it's not, Phoenix. No, it's really not. I admit it would be unnatural for someone to do that. So the witness was not wearing gloves, despite the fact that on the case... Your Honor, this is obviously the defense's usual misdirection tactic at work. Steer the court towards an unrelated topic and lull us all into his misguided... No, Your Honor. Please recall that Ms. Andrews had testified that the vase fell onto the guitar case, which means that the case was closed when the crime took place. However, it is wide open in this photo of the crime scene. I'm sure this guitar case has some relation to the murder. If you're so sure, right? Then I'm sure you can somehow substantiate your outrageous claim, correct? Please, enlighten us as to why that guitar case has anything at all to do with the murder. Can you do that, Mr. Wright? Well... Let's suppose for a second that the bright red guitar was not the only thing that could have been in the case. The bright red guitar not being the only thing? You don't mean to suggest that a bright black guitar was... Oh my god. So you intend to push your theory that the case was not empty? Is that it, right? I wouldn't say something I didn't intend to prove. Deflate that head of yours. You haven't proven anything yet. Now then, let's have it. What was inside this case at the time of the murder? I think it's gonna be the suicide note. Now, can I say this? Why would something like that be inside a guitar case, let alone this one? But Mr. Wright, why? Well, I just thought it might have been possible. Oh, damn, that's the wrong thing. I have a suggestion. Why don't you put that void where your brain is supposed to be? Yes, and never bring it out again. Damn it. Okay. Well, shoot. On that note, I'm out of time. I'll have to mull this over and get it right when I come back. So, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you the next time. Bye!